Okay, it's a little bit of an introduction to what you're about to watch. If you're on tonight's Zoom, well, it's lunchtime here. Well, it's not. It's 1 o'clock. You would have known that at the end of the Zoom, Ray gave you some great information. And like I said on the Zoom, what I was going to do, my lifestyle, after I finished the Zoom, did all the work for you guys for another 2, 3, 4 hours, I was going to go for a free dive, which I just got back. Hence, I'm still sweating, a little bit sunburned, even though you're in the water. But you know, when I was under the water, I always think about things. I thought about something. You know that feeling when you've had a great meal? You know, you've sat back and you're full and you feel good and contented. The meal began with an effort, somebody or yourself going and getting the ingredients, right? Buying what you need for the meal. Whether you put them away in the freezer or you got them that day. It also began with a recipe, right? Whether you made the recipe or you had to recall the recipe in your mind or you made it 100 times. It began, pardon me, I'm going to sneeze. I have got a nose full of salt water. I got down quite deep today. But you began with a recipe. And then you put it all together. Now that recipe is an idea, formulation. Then you put it together. That requires effort, right? To prepare the food, whatever you do, chop it up, blend it, whatever you're doing. Cook it or make it, maybe eat in a salad and it's raw. And then you got to plate it, presentation. I like to put my food out nice. I used to have restaurants, so that's great. And then you get to eat it and you get that feeling what I'm talking about. So what Ray and I share with you here in a minute, because I'm cut this clip and I'm making now at 1 o'clock back to 8 o'clock this morning in the Zoom. That's just like that. It's enjoying because you went through the steps like a recipe, and it requires taking a look, learning the recipe, and then putting it into action and applying it. So enjoy what Ray's got to say to you here. That's incredible for just opening. So go collect your 5% bonus pool. Go collect your reward strips. This company treats you. There's no better person to talk to you about this than Ray. This is Joe Morton, younger brother. He says it's safe to dream again. It really is, folks. Go get yourself and take a passenger seat in this Oliabo vehicle because it's going. And you can be part of it. I'm going to stop sharing. And Ray, are we here? There we go. This is Ray Herron, folks, for you brand new people. Ray's been around forever. He's been around for forever. Sometimes when I read the Bible and I see Moses' name, well, hopefully when I go to heaven, I'm going to say to Moses, hey, do you know a guy named Ray Herron?
I hope he says yes.
Yeah, I think so. Ray earned, wasn't a favor. Ray earned Master Distributorship because he's got a 40-year track record of doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it to build teams and have everybody win. That's what kind of guy Ray is. He's tireless. And he's doing it again for you guys in Oliabo. And he has gems of wisdom because he's been around so long. And he's earned tens and tens of millions. But he just wears a golf shirt. And he's hanging out. That's actually the backdrop of his home in Michigan. But he's in Florida in his little summer cabin down there, a winter cabin in Florida. But you know, when Ray first had his first, here's a testimony for you. When Ray got his 5 days of product to try out before the company opened or anything, and all of that decking that goes down to the road, and it's so long, so he's got a little way station halfway up with a seat and an umbrella, because I think he had to take a rest. He painted all that by hand and all around his house and all the other decking that goes off in every other direction up there in Michigan. And every day when I called him, because we were just getting going, and he's like on his knees and like, brother, you wouldn't believe how I feel. I'm in my 70s, and with a brush, I've gone through 8 gallons of, you see, that's how the product works. I want you to pay attention when you get your product and you take it, get a little, I don't know, an assessment sheet. Mark down things that you notice, and you'll go, wow, I wasn't able to do that. My health's that bad, I just so sore and hurt from all the idiot things I did my whole life and 26 years of rugby. And I like to play pickleball. And I used to tell my mate, if I can't get down and do up my own shoes, to play pickleball I don't deserve because it's so hard to bend and get my knees to bend. I cannot wait because I can do that. I don't have to ask one of my kids to help me so my wife doesn't see. Because if she sees me getting someone to help, she goes, you're not playing pickleball today. So Ray Herron, folks, is here to lead you. So listen to what he's got to say tonight.
Thank you, Malcolm. You're hilarious to me. What is chocker block? Chocker block full.
Chocker block full's an Aussie saying about you're full right up. It's full. The product's full. It's chocker block full. Right?
I got you. Yeah, I figure it's kind of like here in America we say it's chock full of something. So, yeah, the Aussies always generally have a more unique way of saying things. Chocker block full.
Came from Butcher's Day, and it's on the butcher's chopping block. It's chocker block full.
Gotcha.
All right, look at all the meat I got on here. I'm cutting up for you.
All right. I admire and respect you greatly, and I just really appreciate your energy. I know that everybody else does too, because I get the comments on a daily basis. Folks, I want to give you a little assignment if I can, not now, but tomorrow. Malcolm always records these. This will be available to you probably shortly after this is done tonight. Tomorrow, I want you to really contemplate what I want to share with you tonight. I've shared it before, but I'm going to try to slow down and share it with you a little more slowly. But I want you to get a pad and a piece of paper, yellow pad, white pad, doesn't matter, pencil or pen. And tomorrow, I want you to go through a little exercise of what I'm going to share here with you tonight. I want to tell you that, the how to in this industry always develops when the want to is there. So I think mine and Malcolm's job and all the other leaders that are not currently on this Zoom here tonight, our job is to somehow help you develop your want to. But I want to change that phrase just a bit. I want to talk about need to. I don't suffer under any illusions. At one point here, we had just a little under 70 people here tonight on this Zoom. I think there should be a whole lot more. And if you internalize what I'm going to share here with you tonight, these numbers will really grow exponentially, and they should. For you to succeed, they need to. 40 years ago, I'm going to say it again. I say it all the time. I was given the formula for success. I'm sometimes amazed at how many people are not willing to pay the price for success. But I bet you there's a number on this call here tonight that maybe you weren't as destitute as I was 40 years ago, but you need to make things happen in your life. You got the opportunity of a lifetime here. Take it from somebody that's been doing this every day of his life for 40 years. You've got the opportunity of a lifetime with Oliabo. And shame on any of us that don't really realize it and take it serious. We got a unique product line called Prima, and Malcolm very aptly went through the various product lines, but right now I'm just talking to you about Prima. It is a three-prong attack, to protect us against things out there that are designed to hurt us. And all you got to do is do what Malcolm asked you to do. I mean, do some research while you're playing with that yellow pad tomorrow. Do some research. Seriously, do it. Take a look at these ingredients that are in the Prima line. And whether you ever felt anything with this product or not, I mean, intellectually, when you read what just extra virgin olive oil, a good extra virgin olive oil could mean for you for the rest of your life, you'll want to take this, and you'll want your significant other on it as well. And that's the basis for us building our business. But 40 years ago, I needed to make things happen. My life was in dire straits. You know my story, born in a house with a dirt floor, very poor in Oklahoma. I mean, I don't blame anybody for the way things worked out in my early years, but my mom and dad, they struggled always, and we were just very poor people. Had way too many moments, embarrassing moments, because of the lack of money in my life, and I left home and school in the 10th grade. And I stumbled around for many years after that. Don't have much of an education, poor self-image, terrible communication skills. And somehow, because I needed to, not necessarily that I wanted to, I got involved in the network marketing industry. Met Mr. Jim Rohn right away, my personal mentor, and he gave me the formula for success. He said simply this: find the right company at the right time. I suggest to you, Oliabo is the right company at the right time. And build your business, Ray, as if your life depended on it for 90 days, could set you up for the rest of your life. I didn't know any better. My life was, I mean, like I said, it was in dire straits, way behind in all my bills. We had three children. Our daughter was on the way, and, just couldn't pay any of the bills on time: the house, the car, the utilities, anything. Just struggling, really struggling. So I took to heart what Mr. Jim Rohn said. Met some people that were doing fairly well in this industry. I thought if they can do it, I can do it too. Was I scared? You bet I was scared. Are you a little bit scared? You probably are. You're a little bit, maybe lacking a little bit of self-image? Probably are. Jim Rohn said to me, I talked about the confidence. He goes, Ray, everybody gets confidence if they're willing to pay a price. If you're willing to put in what it takes to build a business, work real hard for 90 days, make all the mistakes, things will work out for you. The confidence comes from doing it over and over again, which to me simply meant talking to people, overcoming my fear of people rejecting what I had to say or judging me. I I absolutely had to just not care and just keep picking up the phone or keep visiting people. So that's what I did. 90 days. Didn't have to pretend my life was hanging in the balance. It was. In 90 days, I was earning more money 40 years ago than all of my friends with high paying jobs at that time. So I had the proof that what Mr. Jim Rohn said was the formula for success in network marketing. I own it. It's mine. It belongs to me. He gave it to me. I've been teaching people this formula for 40 years. And many of these people, tens of thousands of people over the last 40 years, have become financially independent, not because of me, but because I carried the message that said, find the right company at the right time, work like your life depended on it for 90 days, and it could set you up financially for the rest of your life. I want to challenge you to do that. I take a look at these numbers. Now, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm so thankful that you're on this phone here with us tonight. I see about 15, 20 people's already left us. Jim Rohn used to say, who are these people that leave early? Do you not have time? Not you. I'm not addressing you. You're here and I'm thankful. But my question to people: do you not have time to sit and listen to people who've done this for 4 decades? In Malcolm's case, as long as I have, almost, who can tell you how to do this. Have a little patience, get in the game. Don't just come and expect to have all the questions answered in 5 minutes. It's a serious business. You made the decision to get involved here, so I want you to do what I'm asking you to do. There's not a single person that I've enrolled in Oliabo, not a single person that did not engage and get involved in order a minimum of two premas. Not a single person, everyone. And there's not a Zoom day that goes by that I don't send out a notification to everybody that I have personally enrolled. I may have missed one day, but I doubt it. I always do. I either send it out the night before or the day of, reminding all of the people that I've personally enrolled, don't forget tonight, bring some guests. And I ask you to send it out to others. So if any of you on this Zoom here tonight, and I bet you there's a number of you, did not get that message that should have filtered all the way down from me to you, then somebody is lacking in the communication skills that are so important in what we do. We're communicators. We're in the communication business. We got to get totally involved and we got to keep people informed and we got to let them know it's a pretty serious business. I get the good fortune because I'm at the base of the tree or the top of the tree, however you want to look at it. I get to take a look. Well, how many people did this person bring in? I'm I'm flabbergasted by amount of some people have brought in as many as 20 and 30 people they personally enrolled. And a couple of them have placed an order with the company. I don't need the extra sales. You do. If you're one of those that brought in 20 or 30 people, I'm telling you, don't be offended, but you're not communicating with them. You're not doing the very things that you need to do. We don't fail in life because we don't know what to do. We fail when we refuse to do the very things that we already know that we need to do. We need to talk to people. We need to communicate with people. We need to expose them to every Zoom. You'll get, if you're personally enrolled by me on Tuesday, you'll get a notification telling you that the corporate's going to do a 9 o'clock Eastern Zoom. Please be there and bring guests. And I encourage you, make sure everybody you personally enroll gets it, and encourage them to make sure everybody they personally enroll gets it. If we do that, we're going to succeed. We're going to succeed. And I mean, I hate to sound so elementary about this, but that's just the way it is, the way it works. I want to go through just briefly this, and this is what I want you to think about tomorrow or later tonight, if it's not too late for you. It's three and me, as Malcolm said. You're certainly welcome to sponsor more than three, and many of you have, and I'm thankful for you. Just make sure, however many you sponsor, that you personally communicate with them. I mean, not just send them a notification. Pick up the phone and say hello. We're in the relationship business. That's what keeps your organization strong. Three and me. Three people duplicated everybody doing two primas. Three people that understand that this is a business, that their job is to get involved, and why leave any money on the table? If we're paid 25% on our sprint and the ability to pick up 10% on the second level, why would we leave that 10% for someone else to get it? It'll just pass us and go up and pay someone else. So if you've made the decision that this is a business for you and it's a thing that'll change your life, then do the basic things. Find three people who want the same thing, and let's build a duplicating machine. Three people getting two primas, and that duplicating just through 6 levels, not eight. It pays through 8 levels plus a bonus. Three people duplicating through 6 levels of everybody doing two, three, and two, three, and two. That will pay you in excess of $100,000 a year. That will set most people free financially when they add it to what they already have coming into their life. So I ask you to just think about that and really just play with it. Take the compensation plan out and just play with the numbers I just told you. It's actually closer to $120,000 a year. Folks, I've lived this honestly. I mean, this industry, after 90 days, take a poor boy, uneducated boy from Oklahoma with no money whatsoever and a desperate need to change the lives of the future of my children. I didn't want them to live the life that I had growing up. I desperately wanted it. And yes, almost everything I did during that 90 days, certainly the first 30 days, it was uncomfortable for me. But my need to succeed outweighed all of that. I let nothing get in the way of my why. So I ask you to develop your why, follow this little formula, communicate like an expert, because it's an easy thing to do, but it's also an easy thing not to do. Just remember this. So important you remember. We don't fail because we don't know what to do. We fail because we refuse to do the very things we know that we need to do to be successful. I want more than anything else. Trust me on this. I don't need for you to succeed. I want you to succeed. And I just want you to take this as serious as you possibly can for your first year. I promise you, any financial worries, they'll be behind you. This is what's really important. We're coming up on Christmas. You know, at Christmas, things pretty much stop till after the first of the year. A little bit before Christmas, they do. So we got about 4 Zooms that we can all take advantage of. And I want you to just, I mean, communicate like you've never done before. Invite as many people as you can. We've got a Wednesday on the 10th Zoom. We have a Sunday, the 14th is a Zoom that Malcolm and I will do on Wednesday the 17th and Sunday the 21st. And then we're pretty much done until after the new year. So we got 4 Zooms. I ask you to just gather everybody that you possibly can over the next 4 Zooms. Call everybody you personally enrolled, get them involved with the 3 and Me program, invite them to the Zooms, and let's have hundreds of people on this Zoom. And I promise you, you're going to feel real good about yourself 1 year from today. Malcolm, I've said enough. Sorry, I've gone way over.
No, you haven't. You know, folks, I'm sure there's some people here going, yeah, but why? If he's done 40 years, I haven't done 40, Ray, I've done 30. But if you've done 30, why? Why are they doing this again? Because you don't get it. It's not about us. It's not. It is a bit. I guess if you really self it. if you can understand the lifestyle that you can have, it's not about the money, it's this lifestyle. There's Ray sitting in his second home, one of 4 in Florida, because it's damn bloody cold up there in Michigan at this time of year. That's shot behind him of Photoshop Michigan. That's under 1 foot to 2 foot of snow at the moment. That's
it is indeed.
Lifestyle of when he drove. He didn't fly, but he left his Denali and probably another vehicle in the garage in Michigan. But when I was on the phone to do 3-ways and talk, I do 3-ways, folks. I still do he was driving Cheryl's and they got a Porsche Cayenne that they were traveling from Michigan to Florida. I'm here. When I finish here, I'm going to work till probably lunchtime, my time, which will be midnight, your time. But then the beach is right there. And I know what I'm going to do because it's a sunny day. I'm going to go for actually, I'm going to put on my free dive gear and go for a free dive and play in the coral for a little bit on my own. And then I'll come back and do something with my kids in the afternoon. I don't have a care in the world. And that's what drives Ray and I, to watch people and they succeed. That's our success, right, Ray? It's not the check. It's like, wow, look at Kathy there. Wow, look at Betsy. She just called and said she nearly got most of her credit card paid off. That's the key to watch you succeed. I was telling Ray the other night about a guy that I got in a cab to go to a meeting in New South Wales University in Australia. He was a cab driver. I asked him what he did. He told me he was head of vice squad in Australia in the police. He lost his job. He was driving a cab. He was in debt. His daughter was a drug addict. His life was falling apart. And I said, you can't come to the meeting because you're driving the cab that you're taking me to. But I tell you what, if you're willing to meet me Sunday, and he did, came to the place I was staying at in Australia while I was there for 8 days doing business, and him and 3 other friends. And, that man who'd never done network marketing filled his head with the knowledge that we could give him. He went to work in the company I was with. He became a royal ambassador. He just retired just now. And you know why he retired? Because he's been the #1 income earner in Isogenics, a completely separate company. That's success, folks. Where he's not even doing with me anymore. And he's building a huge team of people following him and tens of thousands of people succeeding. That is success. And yes, money comes with it when you're doing that. But the money means nothing, really. I don't know. But that's why we work this. This is why we're doing it. We want you to have a taste of where every day it's like you just don't care, right? You don't have to worry because it just all falls in place because you're not being driven. So Tuesday night is our next Zoom with the corporate, 9 p.m., oliabo.com/launch. Bring your people. The boys have a lot of fun. It's kind of like our Zooms. And then Wednesday night, the next night, all those people you've talked to and had this week, you bring them and show them what it's all about. We do it again Sunday and Wednesday. Then you're going to be in Christmas. And guess what happens New Year? You're going to have a team built. And you're going to enter 2026 with momentum. Instead of entering 2026 without anything, enter with momentum. So watch for the replay. We'll have it out there on all the platforms for you. Sure appreciate each one of you.
Very well done, Malcolm. Thank you, Malcolm. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you. See you on Tuesday night's corporate call.